What's the deal? Week 6, IPF Masters Worlds is in the books. After this week, we basically have roughly 5 weeks for me to get into my final lifts or whatnot. I would say that this week was very, very successful. I was able to overcome some adversity, come back and crush some big weights, break through a couple of barriers. Still dealing with my lat issue, but for the most part, everything is going well. Training is going well. I'm not taking too many risks in this training cycle. This is probably, I believe, the first cycle where I'm not being hyper athletic or anything. I'm just lifting weights for the most part, except for the dunk I did a couple of days ago. I'll probably start with here. Okay. For the most part, it's like I contemplated changing my name from Mr. Athletic and everything because since I got injured racing or whatnot back, like I believe it was August 4th, I haven't been doing anything athletic, and it's caused me to have a couple of bad meets in a row where I'm just not conditioned, not in shape, things of that nature. So I wanted to get back into the swing of things, but the day that I actually started dunking, my body actually, I kind of re-injured the same little hernia issue that I had going on. So I'm probably just going to shut it down until after I get back from Canada and get ready for bench nationals, I believe. But I'm going to take you through the workout, and then at the end of this little segment, I actually have the workout with commentary. So the way that I'm training, I tried to do my last training for the week for the videos on Sunday, but this particular Sunday I actually didn't do it Sunday. I did it Saturday, so everything was done by Friday. So we started the week off like normal, bench press on Monday, and bench went okay. I did 475, I believe, for 10. I was able to get that, and that's like the most I've ever done for 10 reps. And it led to me automatically going to a 480 on Thursday. And not sure how this is going to go. It'll play out in the videos, whatever. But I did the 480. I would have gotten 10 reps, but I work out by myself. I miscount all the time, and I actually wound up only doing 9 reps. Which kind of left me in a weird spot for the workout that I actually did today. But you'll see that next week when I post this. So I actually did 480 for 9 reps, last one pause. They're fairly easy. And I know I'm somewhere in the mid 620s as of this particular week in terms of my bench press. So my bench press is doing fine. I'm staying disciplined. I'm not taking any weights over 500 pounds. I hadn't really done a bench press over 500 pounds in probably a month where it was any considerable weight or anything on there. I'm sticking to the program. The first time I do not hit, my 10 reps, I will be dropping to the 8 rep range, or the 8 wave. And the 8 wave is important because the most I've ever done for reps on the 8 wave is 501. So based on how the training's looking, I may even have a shot at 500 for 10. And even if I do 500 for 9, that means I'm stronger than I've ever been before. So I'm looking forward to the process with this. So on Tuesday, I believe I squatted. Now on Tuesday I did 662. Because I used the lockjaw collars to keep the calibrated collars still, it brought the weight up to 301 kilos or something like that. I believe it came out to 662. I was able to handle that weight pretty well, and it's just pretty much giving me confidence. Like, the squat is the one lift that I've never been able to tame. You know, I've reached decent heights with the deadlift where I've gotten over 800 pounds. And, you know, the bench press, you know, I've gotten up to 628 pounds. So it's like that one lift is killing me. It's the squat. And, you know, at some point I'm going to get it. You know, at some point it's just gonna work. You know, my knees gonna feel good, my back's gonna feel good. I'm gonna be able to squat one day. But until then, I'm just gonna keep working my way up. I'm pretty much adding 5 kilos per week to that particular lift. The goal here is to take 616, 617, maybe to 627 before I leave for Calgary. You know, give me some idea where I am and what I could actually handle. And if, you know, pretty much how this works, if I go over 700 pounds, I'm going to put up a big total, and I'll be favored to do what I'm supposed to do as a master lifter for Team USA. Now, I believe I took Wednesday off, went to Thursday, where I actually benched again. And on the bench day, I believe I did, hold on, how does this work? It's Monday. So I did 74. Okay, so Monday I did 74, 474. Then Thursday I did 480. So like I said, I did that for 9 reps. Was able to get the 474 for 10 reps. Bench is going fine. And this is a sneak preview. Today is Monday. I actually held this video out extra day, and I actually got 485 for 10. So that puts me right around 647 pounds for one max rep. So my bench is looking phenomenal. My numbers are perfect. The program is going fine. I just need to make it through this thing healthy. I'm not trying to even hit 640 some pounds. I just want 618, break the IPF open world record, and go home about my business. But back to the subject. So we squatted. I believe I squatted again on Friday. No, I squatted. So I did squats. So all right. So on Saturday, I did squats, and I did 672 pounds, which actually went pretty easy. But for whatever reason, I always thought that 5 reds and a yellow was in a collar was 677 pounds, but it's only 672 pounds. I was able to do that weight pretty well, hit decent depth, and I was able to maintain form. So I'm pretty happy with that so far. I just have to make sure that nothing goes wrong. As long as I'm not injured, I should be okay. At IPF Worlds, I'm probably going to open up anywhere between 650 pounds and 300 kilos, which is 661. I'm probably leaning towards the 650 because I know I can still get to 2,000 plus from 650 if something goes wrong. I'm not predicting missing any reps. If anything, I can see a funny depth call or something like that being called, but I'm just trying to play safe, make sure I win gold. So, so the last day was actually the last day was Saturday. So that means I squatted Friday. So I'm sorry, this video is all over the place, but I'm trying to give you guys summaries and wrap ups that are pretty free form anyway. But I've brought back the grip and rip, or the jump and rip, and now we're at 727 pounds now with the jump and rip with the stiff bar. I was able to get up to 805 pounds with a deadlift bar with this particular technique. And the one thing that I'm doing now is I'm doing it off a 1-inch deficit. So if my lockouts look a little slow, they're typically a little bit slower in training than they are in meets, but I'm doing them on a 1-inch platform so that whenever I do take the deficit away, the weight should fly even faster and be a little more efficient. So I'm pretty happy with the deadlift right now. So right now we're looking at a bench press that's predicting or charting around 645 to 47 pounds. We have my squat that's looking to be over 700 pounds, and we have my deadlift that's gonna most likely be over 760 to 770 pounds. So with that being said, I have a really good shot at 2100. If I can do that 2100, that would be gravy, but it's really not the goal. The goal for these type of meets is to win. So before you go into the actual commentary or the videos for this past week of training, I just wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate all the support, and I will try to stay on top of these videos going forward. Once again, I'd like to thank my sponsors, Noble Performance. They supply the rack. You have Lockjaw Collars, who've come on recently to help out, as well as A7, you know, who's done everything possible for a lifter to be successful. I just, you know, want to thank these people and you guys to support them because they support lifters. On top of that, I have a couple things coming up. I have seminars in Barbados for PowerFest there, so be on the lookout for footage from that. I probably will do something pretty cool and special when I get there, as well as IPF Worlds in June. So I have a lot going on. My number one goal is just to remain healthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box. Later.
Alright, now this lift right here is me doing 662 right before the week ended, so I wanted to make sure I actually got that lift in there. And this right here is just me going through my typical warm-ups. I believe this is 165 pounds. I believe I do 3 reps, I believe. And that's pretty much how I warm up. Once I get to 2 plates, I believe I do 2 reps or something like that. Mostly this is done strictly for the sense that I don't really do, I bench more frequent. I mean, I squat more frequent. So the longer sets just not going to work for me. Right here is 375. I was able to keep good form. So when I jumped to 500 pounds for a pause rep, the pause rep was perfect, stayed in position. And right here is 672, which also is pretty good. I lost a little position, but I'll take it. Now, here we go to the bench day, where the goal on this particular day, I believe, would be 475 or 80 pounds. I'll let you know when we get to the next clip. But right here, I typically do 20 reps with just the bar, my feet up, and I tend to keep my feet up all the way until I get to 3 plates. That's when the first rep, I typically put my feet down. Excuse me. And like most people, you know, you don't start off with these huge reps or these huge weights. You start with the bar like everybody else. Everything's moving smooth. Now here I am with 2 plates, which is 275 pounds, I believe. Just getting in some solid quality work. Feet up as well. And also this is when I typically put on my wrist wraps when I get to 2 plates. But on this particular day, everything was flowing pretty good. Something weird happened along the way, and I believe this is the day it happened. But I got to 480 pounds, and I just miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I thought I was doing 10 and I counted 9. So this is actually pretty crazy. Then I decided to do some rep board work. This is with 600 pounds, and I'm actually glad I did this because it showed that I have a huge flaw at the 2 board position. This should have been pretty easy, but this took my soul. So I will be adding this into my program going forward. Work on that positioning. Okay, so the end of the week, we ended off with deadlifts. Actually, I did start with the bar, but those clips got erased some kind of way. But right here, you see 3 plates, and this is where I start working up to my speed stuff. I'm trying to do 405 or 408 as fast as possible, and that is pretty ridiculous. Just getting my explosiveness back and just trying to move like that. So, you know, here's 500 pounds, which move lightning quick as well. Here's 606. Move pretty good. I'm doing something a little bit different in my technique, but right here, I decided to break down this particular rep. This is 728 pounds or 27 pounds. And I actually give you guys a little look at what goes on with this particular rep when I do it. And I actually didn't do it on this one, so you couldn't see it. But this is 627. And going forward, we'll be trying to get up to about 750 before I leave off for Calgary. So this ends the video for today. Later. Okay, here's a little closer in-depth look at what goes on. I'm jumping and grabbing the bar, and I think a lot of people are kind of curious about what goes on. I thought that was a pretty good angle, so I added this clip. I had to widen it out a little bit so it looks a little weird, but that's pretty much what goes on when I do the jump and rip. Hopefully I will get an add on to it.